Okay. So, I know, myself included here, VR is not exactly the most enjoyable process. There's a large amount of luck and skill that goes into this mode, and especially when you're trying to get these program ones out of the way, it can be super frustrating. So, we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna show you how to get this program knocked out. Sorry about that. A little bit lower. Okay. Without losing your sanity. Like, I'm not a god at BR. 12-0ing BR is something I've never done. The closest I've gotten is 11-0, and I ended up 12-1. But as you can see, this program is pretty easily doable with a little bit of stubs and luck and a decent chunk of skill. But you don't have to 12-0 BR to get this done in a timely manner. So, we're gonna pretend here that I haven't done any of the program. And already I made a mistake. Before you even draft, for the sake of your sanity, if you don't remember all of them by heart, you need to write down what positions all the gold and silver BR programs for that current program play. Like, so if you have no gold rounds left, you can fill certain positions because you're not going to see those program players. But until those positions are filled, you need to leave those positions open. I'm going to go off my memory here, and we'll do a couple of these. I'll just redraft them to give you an idea of how this works. So, the program players, they're all position players. This is kind of unfortunate because optimistically you would be able to like take a diamond that is good and also not any of those positions. I know third base is one you have to leave open. I'm 90% sure shortstop is. Second base though, I don't believe it is. So we're gonna take Rhino here. That's the other part of this. You're not drafting a good team here. Like this, if you even casually play BR, these program drafts, as I call them, will probably be some of the worst drafts you have ever done. And that's okay. You're honestly going 9-0 or making it to 9 at all is a big plus that you shouldn't even really consider or like keep in mind. Just your goal is to literally get program requirements done here. So when it comes to the silver rounds and all that, you're looking for, obviously you're looking for program players. If there's none there, draft for positions that aren't filled by them. So like basically every BR program has a first baseman. Carlos Santana is in this newest program. He's a gold, so you need to leave first base open. So honestly, the easiest way to do this at first is just draft pitching until you've run through most of your gold and silver rounds. Gotta leave first base open. I don't remember on center field. So just draft pitching. It's fine. Also, having good pitching can make games go longer and get you more opportunities to get the stats you need. Wellington Castillo is a catcher, so obviously you've got to leave catcher open. I'm pretty certain left field is one you also have to leave open, though I don't remember who for at the moment. So Wade's a good, honestly, Wade's probably not a bad pick there, even for a normal draft. And you can also still try to keep to your normal strats of burning bronzes and commons on starting pitching so that you can have some reasonable shot at winning, because wins do add to your program. You get one per win. You have the stat milestones that you're aiming for in a single run too, but those are secondary to getting these position players done. So here we've got 3 outfielders and Diego. I can't remember what outfield positions I need to leave open, so we'll check after this though. Unfortunately, didn't get any of the comments before we filled our starting rotation. That's fine. I know catcher and third are ones you have to leave open, so we're going to say bullpen. Old program player. So see, if this was Wellington Castillo instead of Robinson, you'd immediately draft him. Like, if you see a program player with this method, you windmill power slam, insta-pick. I don't care how much it doesn't make sense with how your draft is going. Like, instantly. Just windmill power slam, yes please, thank you very much. So this is actually a good example of the game not helping us out so far. Wow, look, another program player that isn't the right program. That will also happen quite a lot. Yeah, you just kind of get used to it. And at some point you will have to start filling positions that are filled by program players typically, and in that case then you revert back to normal BR drafting strats when you're gonna have to fill positions that are filled by program players. Because at the end of the day, if you hit one or two of these, you want to have a team that you can still win games, 1 for the points, 2 for the sake of being able to get more opportunities to get those stats. Take it from someone who drafted Carlos Santana twice and got 0 hits the first 2 times he drafted him between all of his games. That sucks. You don't want that to be your life. So having a decent team can at least make it so you can hopefully get a win or 2 so that you can have those extra shots at the plate. I'm not going to take Baez because he's playing down right now. I'm actually going to take Lewin because he's more well-rounded. Shortstop, I am least certain of it being filled by a program player. I'm going to take JD for the bat. Or yeah, JD. I have JD and JT. That's going to mess with me. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that center I think might be open. Either way, we're gonna do a few of these, like I said, so we'll go through a few of these. Gotti playing up, Robbie, no. Bachman, same side prime playing up. Ugh. Guess I'll go with Robbie because he's actually a decent lefty bench bat. Soler is still pretty good when you can hit him. And wow, a silver catcher and none of them are programmed. That is unfortunate, but when you're doing this method, that is the reality you have to get somewhat comfortable with. I can't remember, Arwin this program or the last one? I think it was the last program. Whatever, I need a shortstop anyway. I can't use JT. This is a good example of one that will likely end up being a redraft anyway. Because no program players. Yeah. No, this is just hard redraft. So when something like this happens, and you get no players from the current program, like that sucks. That is a reality of this. It's the path of less resistance. It's the path of more redrafting, though. So, you forfeit it. Look at your pack. Hopefully you get some that at least make some of your money back, like, ooh, 100 stubs, yay. Okay, so here's what you want to do for your own sanity, and so you don't have to look things up mid-draft. Sticky note, either on your computer or, like, a physical sticky note, like, however you want to keep track of this. Or you can just take a video as you scroll down the page. So for gold rounds, you have Santana, who's a first baseman. You have Mitch Moreland, also a first baseman. Actually, that Santana is a catcher primary. That's live series is first base now. Kyle Seager, third base. Dellin is actually bullpen. There's usually one pitcher at each rarity for most of these, I've noticed. So, and then at silver, you've got Matthews, who is a third base primary. Also, you're just putting their primary position here because these are just the positions that you need to leave open as long as possible. And if you want to be really aggressive with it, I'll go over a way you can increase your odds of hitting certain positions. Again, this is all just playing the odds. Like, it's playing the odds and then having enough stick skill to, like, force through the stats. And then Buhner's right field, and then Wagner, obviously, is a relief pitcher. Okay, so going into a new draft here, your goal is to leave catcher, first, third, right field, and at least one bullpen open until you've done all your gold and silver rounds. Once gold and silver are done, you just open draft. Like, if you run out of gold rounds, that means those positions you don't have to worry about keeping open, or vice versa. So we're not drafting catchers. Left field is fine. Center field is fine. Look, I'm a homer. Shut up. Leave a comment below if you don't like it. Second base is fine. Shortstop is fine. Right field is not fine. Oddly enough, Didi's playing down versus righty, so I don't want either of them. I'm actually going to take the decent starting pitcher with 87 hit per 9 there. It's literally illegal to not take him in BR. Silver Sale's pretty good. We're leaving catcher open because both rarities have him, so, and shortstop is fine. I'm taking Silver Sale. Very good lefty bullpen arm at silver. First base, nope. Catcher, nope. So this is a bronze that we're going to burn on the starting pitcher. Commons, as always, just shredded on the starter. Oh, Jurickson's playing down. He is atrocious today when he's playing down. I couldn't go with Gibbons. He's not the worst out there. Okay, so this is around because Garlick's actually not completely unusable as a bench bat. So this is a round where you can do something to improve your odds of hitting certain positions. Because you know how we're leaving catcher, first, third, right open, right? Draft, even if it's a bronze, draft players at the other positions. So that the position players that you see in following rounds have to be pulled from positions the players you're hunting for are in. So here, I'm going to take Donnie Walton because I don't want shortstops when silver and gold rounds pop up. See this? 2 of these positions are positions from programs. Didn't hit them here, but our odds were significantly higher. Oh, Alec is down same side. Madrigal, I don't like his swing. Osadio is a meme. I'll take Alec here. He might end up getting demoted to bench bat, but that's fine. And I just screwed up and took a third baseman. That's fine. That'll happen to you. That happened, like, you just saw happen to me. That was authentic. I'm not going to edit that out. That happens. Like, I did that back when I was actually trying to do the program, too. Like, it happens. Sometimes you just, like, actually start comparing players and basic. That's fine. Life goes on. So second base is fine here. I actually like Harrison's swing. Like, in previous years, his cards played well for me. So, commons, burn down, starting pitching. I might time lapse rounds that aren't, like, program related. I don't know. Depends on how many we end up having. Old program player. So see, this is where it starts to become awkward. When you filled most of your positions and then you're presented with nothing but those positions and it still doesn't give you one of them. Luckily, Alvarado is a pretty solid silver. So a little bit of luck there. And then we have the opposite of luck, because this is what the game will love to start to do to you. It's going to give you rounds where it's like daring you to leave those positions open still. So now the choice has become, do you take Dunn or Alonso or Contreras here and fill that position, thus reducing the odds of you getting a player for the program? personally, if I'm starting the program completely fresh, yes, I'm taking Adam Dunn here, and I'm hoping his offense will get me another win, and I'm hoping I'll get someone at catcher or first base as we get into the later rounds for the program. That's another thing too. If you draft a God squad that has like 85 power net, play that out. Like, I got 9 wins once in the last BR program, and I was doing this method, and I ended up with a team that had 84 power, and every position player that I started had an up inside edge, and my bullpen had up inside edge. I played that out. Like, if you have a team that you're confident in, that screw the plan. Like, play. At the end of the day, you have to play to get this still, so if you can give yourself a better shot to win, I'd probably ride that wave. Also, bronze rounds, like, as long as they're not complete atrocious bullpen options, you probably just take them there. Yachty is awful in BR. Voight is somewhat usable. Devin Williams on good inside edge days, though, is very solid. This one's just a personal preference choice. Honestly, Tommy's a cool dude. I don't like change-up primary pitchers on all-star difficulty. Sinker primary, though. A little bit more usable. Alright. Jeez. Up 7 today. He throws hard, too. Honestly, velocity is important on all-star, so. Alright. So, see, when you're presented with an option like this, it's your final gold round, right? So, you know, after this, you are not getting Santana, you're not getting Moreland, you're not getting Seager, you're not getting Dellin. Like, those are done. So that means first base is wide open right now, because there is no silver first baseman you're looking for, only gold. So that means Abreu and Vogelback are safe picks here without hurting your odds of pulling new players for the program. What is he up? Oh, he's up on righties today. I'm gonna go Abreu because Vogel just dies to lefties, and we don't hit a program player, which is unfortunate. But Robinson's not bad. Like, if you're trying to win, he ain't bad. There it is. And this will happen sometimes when you're in your final like 4 or 5 rounds. The game will just dump a program player out, and you're like, okay, how do I make this work? And the answer is, it doesn't matter. You make it work. In this case, it's to move Adam Dunn to left field or play Buhner in left field. Probably Dunn, actually. Actually, they both have good arms. So, I don't know, dealer's choice, but yeah. Like I said, windmill power slam Buhner right there. Congratulations, you have a program player. And now you're just drafting for actual useful players. Markakis, I like his swing. Arena is a same side crime goon, and he's eligible for a pitch runner. Polanco was up 5 stars yesterday. That's fine. He still has 80 versus righties. Okay. So this is the point where it becomes your personal choice, because this is about how much you are willing to spend redrafting. Personally, if I am 0 out of 100 in the program, I'm redrafting if I only get 1 player. Like, I have to be able to get multiple players in one run or have a God squad with 1 player to play it out. Like, this for me on day 1 is a redraft. But for you, who may not want to spend the decent chunk of change redrafting, you might play this out, which honestly, this isn't a really bad team. Like, Donnie Walton's kind of a meh pick right there, but like, aside from him, this is fairly usable. Lead Griffey off. Actually, no, lead Griffey off. He has good speed. And then Abreu. Yeah. And also, if you're really concerned about, like, I'm reasonably okay with hitting on All-Star most of the time. But if you're not confident in your ability to bring it in on All-Star, you can bat your program players up near the top of, hell, you could lead off Buhner if you want to make sure he gets maximum at-bats. And then just, honestly, go look at the program. Just keep track of your stats that you have to get. Like most of them, it's easy. It's like 2 extra base hits. That's easy. Home run, you'll know if you hit a home run. But for guys like Eddie, just keep track of your total bases. You know, write it down. Keep track in your head. Whatever. Like the last thing you want to do is pull Dellin when you have 2 strikeouts, thinking you have 3. Been there, done that. Not with Dellin, but a couple programs ago with Vida. Pulled him 1 strikeout short, and it took me 3 more drafts to find him again. Pain and misery. So if you play this out, I don't think this is that great of a team, but it's usable. So your number 1 goal, 2 extra base hits with Buhner. However you beg, borrow, and steal your way to those extra base hits, that's your first goal. Second goal, win games. Third goal is those total stats. These are very, very big boosts to your progress that you can only get one time. But even if you're getting dunked with a team, if you're at 38 total bases, you don't quit that game. You have to do this. And honestly, after each game you play in a run, check these. See how close you are. These will save you, like, if you complete these 3, that is 21 less games you have to win. That's a big deal. That's a real big deal. Like, honestly, these are what I draft these guys, and then my priority ends up being to knock one of these out. Like, if I get 2 of the hitters, these become, like, I'm headhunting these. I'll aggressively run the base paths. Like, I'll try and stretch a single into a double on a ball in the gap just because that extra base. That counts. It adds up quick. Also, I will, like, you beg, borrow, and steal, get your 10Ks. I don't, like, doesn't matter what you have to do, what weird platooning or whatever. You get these done as quickly as possible. But yeah, at the end of the day, you're redrafting, looking for these guys. And as a final recap, so I'm gonna forfeit out this one real quick. As a final recap here, your goal is knowing that in this current program, and this works for any program, you need to leave your catcher, first, third, right field, and a bullpen spot open. So your goal is to fill the other positions while keeping those 5 spots open. So here, it's your choice, Chris Taylor or Rhino. I would take Taylor, dead red, utility player. And center field is not a position that's in this program. Left field is fine. Shortstop is also fine. Dom Smith's a good bench bat, so you fill that up right there too. Decent. Second base is safe. Shortstop is safe. Odor is still a solid, like, power bench bat. Again, you're just trying to make it so that when those silver and gold rounds come up, you don't have other positions available. So we got right field and third base. Got to leave both of those open. So Matt Barnes for a closer. Third base, first base. Need to leave both of those open. Yep, leave both those open. So taking Sun there. Third base, right field, first base. Got to leave those open. So taking Evaldi. Third base and catcher. Got to leave them open. So Pedro. Good pen arm anyway. I would have taken Pedro there anyway, honestly. Now you got first, third, and right field. It's unfortunate the game being mean on those, but see, this is an awkward one. If you're confident in your ability to win, maybe you take Nelly here to try and, you know, grind out some more games for the raw progress and the total bases and all that fun stuff. If you want to commit real hard to the strategy, you take the pitcher there, as unfortunate as that is. Also, the game will do this often. Wrong Seeger. Haha. Funny joke game. There, see? That's why you leave the position open. That is excellent example game. Thank you. Thank you for assist there. Wrong program catcher. Good effort though. All right, so now, oh god, see, yes, thank you, game, show it working, thank you. See, that's why you do this. So, because when that last round came up, there's only 3 positions it can pull gold players from. So it's rolling a dice between all the gold catchers, first baseman, and right fielders. So you only have to hit a 1 in however many gold first basemen there are, instead of having to hit a 1 in 8 to have the position player come up, and then the 1 in whatever. So you're exponentially increasing your odds of getting the guys that you need by filling the other spots and leaving the program spots open. So, let's just fill this out real quick. Like, and also, I got 2 in a draft. I'm playing this out. I don't care how bad this team looks on paper. You're playing this out. Like, this is, you are playing it out, and worst comes to worst, you lead off those 2 guys. I don't care if they're both lefties. You are playing this one out. Also, once you got 2, you should probably, like, I typically, if I get 2 and I still have like 5 to 10 rounds left, I actually try to draft for a winning team after that. Like, if you get 3, like, buy a lottery ticket. I hope you finish out that run 12-0 and just one-shot the program. But reasonably, if you get 2, I start drafting to try and be able to push a few wins at that point. So, but that's personal preference, all about your skill level and what you're aiming for. So, I'm good contact hitter here. Also, you likely have some serious holes in most lineups to fix in the later rounds when you draft like this. Second third base, like, I come with a JP there. Let's hope I get lefties. Uh-oh. Backup catchers are always nice to have to pitch hit. You need a shortstop, right field. We already got a second baseman, right? Yeah. So, take Mitch there. And see, there's no more program players. Alright, font's decent. So, like I said, this is a great example of, yeah, it worked to get you your 2 program players. So you've got Moreland and Seager. Your goal is to get stats with them above all else. But man, it is not a great team otherwise, but that's okay. You are here with a purpose, and that purpose is not to, like, enjoy this team or go 12-0 with it. You are a purpose-built machine here to hit home runs with Mitch Moreland and Kyle Seager. That is your job. That is your objective. Nothing else matters. So, set up your lineup, and yeah, go to town. Like, your goal is literally to make sure that you get, at the very least, if nothing else, you want a home run with Moreland and 2 extra base hits with Seager. And once you get those, who cares? Like, you can forfeit out the run and redraft it if you want to at that point. Like, it's more about what you're looking to do at that point. But yeah, hopefully this helps out. I mean, this is how I've approached every single BR program thus far. And it's worked well for me. I've only gotten 9 wins in 2 of the programs once, and I managed to get the program done on the first day each time. As long as you're okay with redrafting a decent amount of times and you can rip off a few wins in a row, you can cruise through the programs, get those players when they're still very expensive to either sell or to have as a nice little toy for yourself. But hey, hopefully that helped out. Hopefully it's a little bit of a way for us folks who aren't BR goons to keep up with them. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe, all that fun stuff, and have a good day.